Alright guys, the moment you have been waiting for. There's a lot of work behind the scenes and it's nearly finished. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the new fishing beast right behind me. So just behind me we got the Markham Dominator. It's a cat twin hull fiberglass. So we're just going to start off with the back of the boat and then we'll work our way to the front and I'll show you every little product that's coming to the boat and we'll go from there. So starting from the back of the boat, we have the beautiful Honda 60 horsepower, the BF60s. And these just replace the 50s and have so much more horsepower. Just that extra kick just to get you up on the plane is unreal. To tee it off, we actually got the PowerTech propellers. They're actually from OzPropellers. 3-blade stainless steel propellers. Now, originally we had some 4-blade stainless props from the original 50s, which we did upgrade previously. As soon as we whacked these PowerTechs on, the performance is so much better. You're going to save fuel, get you straight on the plane, and we can get to about very close to 6,000 RPM. So that's the goal with these outboards, and that's the maximum they can do. Big thanks to Aussie Boat Sales for whacking these on the boat for me and getting everything right with new gauges. So that's the back of the boat, that's the beast done. Right here, we've got the Garmin GT51M transducer. This is next level. Wait until you see the sounder and the chart plotter inside the boat. Let's get in there. As we get in the boat, we've got new Seastar hydraulic steering, all the cables and all that's all rigged up there. Now, mind the mess a little bit. I didn't get a chance to wash down the boat. This morning we did head out for a water test and I brought the sneaky rod or two. We got some squid and yeah, it was really good. Just here, we've got our beautiful U-deck. It's actually winter grey, that's the color, and it matches this boat. Awesome. Now these pads here, we've just put brand new fuel senders in. So we just got the caps to cover that area up with U-deck. So I've still got to put that on it. Got new leather seating pads. We've got U-deck even on the side gunnels. Just over here, we've got our combing racks from Stag Fabrication. So they come in handy big time when you go in spot A to spot B without your rods bouncing all over the place. Just over there and there, we got the GME speaker there in a nice black. We put some marine carpet there. Looks really nice and the sound is... Now where all those holes are there, we can put our snapper rack on both sides so we can do bait fishing when we want to. And we can actually take the chopping board off too, allowing us to pretty much have a nice spread of rods out when we're trolling for tuna and all those sort of species, pelagic. So yeah, pretty much this boat here is the ultimate weapon. As we move to the front, have a look at these seats. Beautiful leather seats we just added in so they kick back. When you're steering the boat, obviously you can get behind there. When you want to sit down, your rods are at the back. Just push that down and then you can just sit down here while your rods are out with a cuppa and away we go. So pretty much just to whack them back. It's pretty much all you have to do. So this is one of my favorite parts of the build. Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful dash. Take these off, show you guys. So pretty much as you can see, I've actually got a custom fiberglass dashboard made up so I can fit this 12-inch straight on it. And Aussie Boat Sales did that, so they did a really nice job with all that there. And yeah, we got our Garmin gauge also, so that's a new gauge. We can see our fuel level, speed, RPM, everything there. So here we have our Garmin GPS map 12-inch. This thing is so good, especially for your mapping. You got your traditional, obviously the boat's out of the water so you can't see that, but it's pretty much got everything, all your sonars. Obviously that's not going to work because we're out of the water. But yeah, all different charts, 3D fishing charts. This thing is really cool. So we're just going to turn that off now because we don't need it. So that will turn off now. Just like that. And pretty much on here, we've got brand new cup holders. We've got a new Savwinch setup, which will go in the front of the boat very shortly. Have a look at this. We've got our very good looking steering wheel there. We've got our quad lock charging, waterproof actually, waterproof charging system. So you just push that down, whack your phone on, and away we go. I can pretty much show you. So all you got to do is, well, I've got a quad lock phone case, so you just whack that on there, and it's actually charging my phone right now. So, and to take it off, you just push it down, unlocks, and away we go. That phone doesn't come off when you're going over waves and all sorts of stuff. But pretty much from here, we got our armed Fabrications custom switch panel. This has our nav lights, our anchoring lights, deck wash, all that sort of stuff. Storage in there for nets and gaffs, all that sort of stuff. We got marine carpet to reduce noise and looks really nice. Now, as I said, this boat isn't completed just yet. There's only a few minor things like a deck wash and maybe underwater lights. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm thinking of a boat wrap. The only thing is with boat wraps is they do scratch quite easily. So I'm just thinking about that, maybe just polishing the boat up and keeping the fiberglass, see how we go. But that's pretty much the dash area on this side of things. Our GME radio system, we've got our stereo, and when we go outside the boat, right there, we've got our beautiful antenna. I tested it out on the water today and it is sensational. Since we're up here, so just above me here, we've got our Stedi lights. We've got 2 on the back here and we've got a couple on the front. The fun part, look at all the wiring and look what we got here. If you're wondering what that is, Barswell box, and pretty much what that box does is electronically doubles the speed of the motor, dropping that anchor down double the speed. We've also got some Stedi gunnel strips inside there, so when it's night and you're chasing gummies, you can see exactly what's in there, and it's going to open that fishing area to see exactly what you're doing. So I'll just open this up for you guys. So we just got another nice little piece of U-deck on our lid. If we open this up, I'll just show you our little setup we got here. So here we have our Savwinch 1000 Triple S. This is the best of the best as far as a drum winch you can get. We've got a custom rope kit done up with some stainless steel short link chain. This is very, very nice. We've got our chain guard on that, so that pretty much limits noise and protects your nylon rollers when you're anchoring. Running up from the winch, we go to our stainless steel claw slider anchor. Now, I've used a few different anchors in my time, but the claw sliders, especially for Port Phillip Bay and Western Port, these things dig in the ground like no tomorrow. So if you're in mud and heavy current, use a claw, you won't go back. Since we're at the front, we've got our Stedi lights here. So we've got another pair right on the front. They're our spotlights. So these come in handy big time when you're at night or even early morning with a lot of fog and you want to see what's around the ground you're working with and seeing if there's some bait fish on the surface. So that's really, really good. So we'll just close that now. And right here, we've got a brand new canopy. So I've got brand new clears, brand new canopy. As you can see just on there, we've actually got our rod racks just on top, pretty standard, but they do come in handy. The reason why I left a little bit of chain is obviously one, because it's stainless steel, so it looks good, but that little 1 to 2 meters of chain indicates how far the anchor is from coming up. I'm just gonna hop out and I'm gonna show you the outside just so you can have a look at that, and we'll go from there. So pretty much with these props, the whole idea of it was to pretty much get to the RPM rating, which is 6,000 as the limit. So as close as we can to the RPM. And what that also does is gives you a good kickoff when it comes to planing. And not only that, it's very fuel efficient. So that means longer trips for us when we're going offshore trawling for some tuna. But we've got something very, very cool. It's called a BoatCatch. Now, pretty much with this, if you're not aware, you can actually drive the boat on and off with that clip. Just whack the lever and drive it straight on. That will click, the boat will lock in, and then you can just hop down, put your chain on and your strap, and away you go. So there we go, guys. That's pretty much the walkthrough on the boat. Obviously, like I said, there's a few extra things I need to add on this boat, but apart from being a fishing weapon, that is truly the way to go. So for Port Phillip Bay, your Western Port, or your bays, the odd offshore trip, this thing is a weapon. So let's test it out.
Line 350, still got more power.
So that's pretty much the walkthrough on the boat. Once again, thanks to all the brands that jumped on board in this build. We're pretty much there now, so we're just gonna get on the water, test all the products out and catch some fish.